send it off to you at the Beacon Hill studio.
Yeah, let's stay with this topic for a second, Bob Ward, because the president's comments yesterday about the shooting in Oregon I thought were very interesting. For starters, let's listen to the president say this.
The country has to do some soul searching about this. This is becoming the norm, and we take it for granted in ways that, as a parent, are terrifying to me.
Does anybody disagree with that? I mean, I'm a parent. I am terrified at the thought of my daughter going to school someday and getting shot because it's happening with so much regularity. The guy's absolutely right about that. So what can we do as we soul search? Well, let's start with you, Mr. President. How about a speech from you on guns? And I'm not talking about on mental health. I'm not talking about on funding for local law enforcement. Just on guns. I want you to take this head on and get tough and get in people's faces about this. Here's 5 things you could say in your speech. Number 1, I want you to list guns and ammo by make, by model that you think should personally be banned. Challenge people to say, no, this is why that one shouldn't be banned. Throw them out there. Number 2, call out the freedom lovers, the one that think that no matter if you take anything away, you're taking my freedoms away. Say specifically, explain to me how taking armor-piercing bullets away from you is infringing on your freedom. And stop telling me what you think the founding fathers know. You know what John Hancock said about bulletproof vests? Neither do I, because they weren't around when he was around. He wouldn't know. But stop holding on to that. Third thing you could do, challenge the Second Amendment specifically. There are limits to the Second Amendment, as much as some people don't want to understand. You know why you can't fire a cannon off in your yard? Because you might kill people, which is what some of these guns do that can fire off 700 rounds a second. That's why there should be limits, and there can be limits. Fourth thing you got to do, call out Hollywood specifically. You know why smoking was cool in the 50s and the 60s? Because Hollywood said it was cool and people followed them. Now guns are cool in movies, and look what's happening. Call out your friends in Hollywood. And then finally, keep pounding the notion, and you hinted at this yesterday, that how is inaction acceptable if 74 school shootings have happened since December of 2012? If we can all agree inaction isn't acceptable, then let's do something about it. Take this on, Mr. President, and you might actually score some points. You might make some enemies too, but start the real discussion, not the generic one. MyFoxBoston.com if you'd like to weigh in, and I know you're going to rip me. Bring it on. Let's go to break. A lot more to do when we come back.